Hello. So everything has been kind of off these days, and since I am not able to distract myself by the outer world, I have been thinking too much lately. And to see the kind of poetry I sometimes write on this thinking, now that it has become more intense, I feel sick. This is not the perfect time to make jokes, but sometimes little things about myself disgust me, like my handwriting. I know that everyone is acknowledging that being like this, feeling like this is just fine in such times. But I can't seem to be able to separate myself and them, the world. There is a constant uncertainty and need to be like productive, or maybe not. I don't know. See, this is so not what I am feeling. I can't seem to be able to explain. My heart fills with love at 1 a.m., and I love that feeling so much that I don't want to let it go. Or maybe I'm first just getting too sensitive. Maybe I'm supposed to cook and create art, but you see, this is the problem. There is no problem. I am doing all this stuff. I bake bread and make journal entries, and God knows, maybe I'm even happy. I should have thought this through. I guess there is a lot of time to self introspect. I keep coming across things that psychologists say, and I keep trying to apply that in my life to find a reason. Normally, I would never say I am better than someone. I want to be so kind, but I don't know how much I can care about the thought that lay in my journal. They should become poetries and they should make people feel something. It's blank. But okay, life is absurd and that makes sense somehow. But what about feelings? You get this weird sensation of an experience and it just stays, but then, like a pen, the ink finishes. There is not much to feel these days. Every day is a little more same than it was before, but I don't think my feelings have a point, that they will matter in real terms. Me getting excited about a documentary won't save millions dying out there. I don't know if I'll ever be able to make an impact. Maybe I don't even want to. Maybe I'm selfish. you know all I hear these days is about my privilege, and I do understand it, and I'm very sorry fate brought me here. I'm not saying anything. It's just that saying you're a burden on human society doesn't feel right. Even though I know right and wrong are highly subjective, I wonder, what if everyone had the same notion of it? Would the world be a less interesting place to live or greatly peaceful? I might be trying to seek too much validation, so I don't speak out that much. I hope people will find out on their own. I guess it's humility, and I do judge people on that. So I'm highly grateful that no one has done that in my eyes till now. One of the things I am really thinking about these days is that maybe I want this whole period to be an investment time for any of my future endeavors. Maybe I had thought of coming out of my comfort zone, but now physically I'm forced to be there, so I'm trying to implement that virtually. I am trying to interact with more people online, taking up projects I never thought I would. But maybe I expected too much out of it. There are more important things, though, like reading. Reading has become a task these days, and it shouldn't have. I remember the first book I loved was A Boy's Adventure Tale, but now I would probably not like any of that. It's so overwhelming to need a good book. Am I betraying literature by thinking like this? I love when I get midnight urges to learn about, say, structuralism, but then I follow what's right to sleep early and lose it in the morning. But time is barely even a concept anymore. Suffice to say, time makes me do meaningless things. I don't really work around the clock. My intentions are basically involved by emotions. I have been trying one thing beyond any boundaries, though, to love myself. It's not really a conscious game, it's a script you have to learn and enact and just wait for psychology to work its magic, fake it till you make it. It is not like I'm craving love, though many people are in need of physical touch, being locked in their homes alone, but I am so beyond grateful. I think to be with my family that I don't even overthink my anxiety when they go outside for work. I really have just stopped questioning, maybe just paused. There are no answers I must look for. I just need to exist, and it doesn't feel like a burden anymore. I have become so much more conscious of myself, connection with myself, the first step to self love. It's really been a long time since I have written any such thoughts on my journal. It feels really light when I do, but lately it has just been replaced by to do tasks that I am pretty happy about. I've never engaged myself so much. I am really enjoying, I forgot. No, yes, I am enjoying talking to friends and generally people, which I always thought of as a task in vain, that nothing comes out of telling people about your day because I had never experienced a good reply. So many stories in the world inspire me to write, and it's a long journey to not feel the need of an audience, to be really comfortable in your shoes and not looking for a what's next. I tear up at the stories of people being strong, and that's the primary reason I consider myself humane. Everything on the internet is not me, and I am learning to appreciate my uniqueness. It feels as though the more you think of your own self, the more you expect anyone else to be like that. Does it make sense? I need to stop asking myself that. Okay. I feel relieved, and I feel like every person near me is nurturing me in ways unthought of. And this is what makes me feel sane inside my room. I hope I will have time, and with that time will come courage, strength, and love. Until that time, goodbye. Thanks for listening.